So 3 attempts at shaking them out off the branch and into the box. They mostly landed on the street, but now you can see I have the behavior I'm looking for. They are all marching into the trash can. So I think the queen decided that's the place to be, and they all seem to be headed that way. Even the guys that were over at that box are now marching towards the bin. So with any luck now, all I have to do is wait, and I will have captured my first swarm. The trash can was looking like it was going to be difficult to get home, so I dumped them all into the hive box that I had, and they continue to march that way. So I trapped the queen over there. By getting closer, should be able to show you that they are fanning like crazy. You can see, let me see if I can zoom in here a little. Look at the individual bees. You can see they're sticking their butts up in the air and flapping their wings, which is projecting the queen's pheromone out from the hive box and letting all these guys know where the queen is so they can follow her in. So I think if all this goes well, and you can see they're all just marching right towards that hive box. In a little while, I should have a wild swarm. I'm very excited. Woohoo! So, earlier today I noticed that the swarm I captured yesterday was starting to look like they were going to swarm again. The ball kept getting bigger and bigger, kind of underneath the, let me walk you over there, underneath the crate, or the pallet that I have the hive set on. They were starting to swarm underneath of it. Noticed it this morning. Came out, checked a few times, and then finally around 4 o'clock they disappeared. You see here's the 2 swarms. They were starting to swarm just right under here. There's a big ball of them. You can see they haven't all absconded. There's still quite a few going in and out of here even at this late hour. So then I was, wondering, did they go back inside? Did they really swarm? And they swarmed. But I was out here after dinner letting the dog out and happened to see some bees with the sun behind them flying around behind these trees here, and sure enough, there they were. They had swarmed right up on this tree. I grabbed the flashlight so you can see, I can show you a little better. There's still some up there. There you go. I still haven't found the queen. Most of them are now down. The first time I pulled the branch, I dumped them into this nuke box, and there was still a lot after a couple of hours up in the tree, so I figured I didn't get the queen, or there's more than one queen, so I dumped them into that bucket, the rest of them. Because I spent a while looking for the queen and didn't find her, didn't manage to catch her in my little queen clip. So now they're in this bucket and trying to see if they'll make their way over to the nuke box. But at least now I'll get a better view of the colony as a whole, and maybe I can get a good look at that queen. So let me put this phone down and I will get back to you when I've seen something. All right, so I searched for a bit, did not see the queen. Time's getting a little short, so I wound up popping the top off of the nuke box, and most of what I had managed to get in there from the first pull had already left. So clearly I hadn't gotten the queen, but the bees in the bucket were all fanning, so I figured she had to be in there. And so now they do all seem to be fanning the rest of the colony in. So I think I got her this time. I know it's not ideal. You really do want the bees to think that it's their idea, and dumping a whole bunch of bees in there doesn't make them happy, but hopefully they like this. I still think that there was more than one queen in that swarm that I captured yesterday, and that this was one of the queens leaving with another subset of the swarm, because there are quite a few bees still over there. So, all right, time will tell. I'm going to let them rest here for the evening, and recover from all of this stress. So, see you tomorrow.